Hello friends, we are starting with a new topic today, derived from the polity book by Lakshmi Kanth. This is chapter 7, dealing with fundamental rights. When the word fundamental rights comes, okay, it has to be of huge importance to us as citizens. But to understand the real gravity of the word fundamental rights, you have to travel back in time. Please understand. And then on only you will be able to appreciate why this chapter is so crucial to our understanding of the entire constitution itself. See, the concept of rights for the citizens of India, or for that matter, citizens or anywhere in the world, the concept of rights is not a very ancient one, surprisingly. See, for the longest time in history, all the so-called rights of the citizens were actually derived rights, or rather, they were given at the choice of the king. So, the king wanted to give certain rights to the citizens. That is why those rights existed. Otherwise, the word right, in the sense that we use it today, did not exist any time in the past for the longest time. And then came one fine day, the day we describe as Magna Carta. It was the time period of King John when there was a rebellion against the king by the general citizens who wanted to demand rights, rights as in the real word rights. And in 1215 AD, or Common Era as we now know, King John finally signed this announcement, which is popularly called as Magna Carta, which for the first time gave certain basic rights to the citizens. So, like there is a big bang in physics, or rather in the formation of the solar system, the big bang in the formation of law, or for that matter rights of the citizens, is called as Magna Carta. Now, if you look at our fundamental rights are present in part 3 of the constitution, which includes article 12 all the way till article 35. Now, where have we derived this? We have derived this from the constitution of USA, which is called as Bill of Rights. So, we continue the story. Now, this was Magna Carta. Now, gradually Magna Carta, the rights that were encompassed in Magna Carta, they started increasing in number and they started spreading. They started spreading all throughout Europe, several other countries, and then one fine day, in the close to the end of the 18th century, a large country was formed called as USA. Now, when the constitution of the USA was being formed, the first 10 amendments of the constitution of USA gave 10 fundamental rights to its citizen. This was a very alien, unheard kind of experimentation which USA had conducted. Why? Because till that time, as we had said, rights as a concept was pretty weak. Right? In fact, it never existed before Magna Carta. After that also, it was pretty much on skeletal structure. USA as a country respected the fundamental rights of its citizens so much that they said that anyone who is born on the soil of USA, who is a citizen of USA, regardless of whether he is man or a woman, rich or poor, shall be guaranteed certain rights by the Constitution of USA. This took the entire world by storm, and it impressed all legal scholars, etc. And then when our turn came and Dr. Ambedkar had the opportunity to make our constitution, he did not waste much time. In fact, America also, USA also had waited for its first 10 amendments. We did not even wait for that. And in the original constitution itself, Dr. Ambedkar gave the citizens of India certain fundamental rights. These are fundamental rights as mentioned under Article 12 to Article 35 of the Constitution. Hence, Part 3 of the Constitution is rightly described as the Magna Carta of India. It is the beginning of rights for us Indians. Now, it has a long range of large number of rights which are available to the citizens of India. Now, very crucial part over here is, please pay attention to the word justiciable. What is justiciable? Justiciable means that these rights are not merely on paper. If the state or anybody tries to take away these rights from the citizens of India, the Supreme Court itself, the courts itself will come to your rescue. Hence, they are justiciable. That is, the courts are open for you to protect these rights for yourself. Now, if I closely read these fundamental rights, I'll notice that the fundamental rights in our constitution are more elaborate than those found in the constitution of any other country in the world, including that of the USA. So, we've derived these rights from USA, but the good part about it is that these rights are more elaborate in our constitution than even America has. Now, what are fundamental rights? What are the salient features of fundamental rights? Number one, they are guaranteed by the Constitution of India. They uphold the equality of the individuals and the dignity of individuals, and are in the larger public interest and responsible for the unity of the nation. They are meant for promoting the ideal of political democracy. The fundamental rights are so named because they are guaranteed and protected by the Constitution. Now, see, there are two ways of reading the same line. There is a school of thought which says that the word fundamental, which is the prefix to fundamental rights, represents that they are basic human rights which are fundamental to the respect, to the dignity of an individual. Hence, the word fundamental is attached. There is another school of thought which says that fundamental word represents that these rights which have been given by the constitution of a country, or rather guaranteed by the constitution of the country. And this constitution is the fundamental law of the land from which all other laws are derived, hence called as fundamental rights. Either ways, if I combine both the definitions, these are basic human rights, essential for the dignity and self-respect of an individual, which are guaranteed by the constitution of a country, and in case somebody tries to take away those rights, abridge those rights, bypass those rights, the courts will protect you. Hence, they are called as justiciable rights.